Hi everyone, this is Vaxman. Welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, what are you doing? Where are you? Go and check out all the beautiful videos that I'm uploading weekly, almost daily now. And I have a music show called FOMO. You have the link in the video's description with all the best new music. So follow me here or on Mixcloud and stay updated with everything great in music. The new FOMO is out now, so go to the link and listen to it. You're gonna love it. Anyways, today we're here for a special occasion. We're celebrating Confessions 2. We've been waiting for Madonna's new album for ages and it's finally here. 7 years after her last album, Madame X. She's been through a lot these years and I'm very happy that we can get another Madonna album. Personally, I'm a big Madonna fan, so to get a new album is always a celebration. But to be honest, it's not exactly the video that I thought I'm going to make today. I was very excited, especially because of the amazing promotion tour that she had, and I prepared myself for a masterpiece. I was so hyped and so excited about this album, and I've listened to it today 2 times, and it's not what I expected. But let's begin with the good things, shall we? First of all, I really already said that I really enjoyed the promotion tour that they made for this album. I think it's connected somehow to the fact that she came back to Warner after a decade or so in Interscope. This album is supposed to be the recovery from Madame X, which personally I absolutely love. I think it was very artistic. I think it was deep. It had its problems, but all in all, I really liked that album. It was a unique take of what a pop album can be, but commercially, it wasn't like the other Madonna albums. None of the songs charted on the Billboard 100, for example, and I think that if you ask someone who's not a Madonna fan if he knows any of the songs on this album, they probably won't know any of them. And I think that Confessions 2 was created to bring back Madonna to the main stage. I believe this is why they made a dance album that allegedly is supposed to be more fun and have more hits on it. The promotion tour was amazing. Since the release of I Feel So Free a few months ago, every week we got a new thing. Every week we got a new song, a new video, a new performance. We had the collaboration with Grindr, and I think it's very on brand for both brands. And also I think it's very smart for Madonna, because when you think about branding a female pop star, then you have two ways to do that. One is through the male gaze, and then you want to try and make her sexy and likable and playful, and I'm not sure it's where Madonna is right now. And on the other side, if you try to promote a female artist to girls, you can't make her too sexy. She needs to be one of the girls, and this is why promoting to the gay audience is a smart move for Madonna. I think that we've been a very strong audience for female artists through the years, especially in pop music, obviously. And I think it's a very smart move. We're supposed to be like the patient zero here, to receive all the information about the new album and the new era, and then to spread the news to our friends and, to other people. They also created a film that looks absolutely amazing. It looks very now. It has a very smart story in a very, the cinematography looks very good. And we had the Times Square concert. All the promotion was made very well. And now let's talk about the music itself. What I really love about this album is that it's very coherent. Stuart Price is the musical manager of the project, and he made such a coherent sound that you can get through all of the album. All of the songs have this tech house deep sound to it, and they all feel like part of one real package. And it's not only coherent, it's also made well. Most of it. It has good taste, in my opinion. You have a very clean, deep, and crunchy sound to all the house tracks on this album. In the dance music world, it's very now, so a lot of it sounds very good. And also the cover art that I didn't like at first now makes sense. I mean the main cover art, not all the rest. She made so many versions for this cover art for different releases. And the main one is absolutely gorgeous. I get it now. But the album is not perfect. My first problem here is her vocals. I know she's been through a lot these years, but I must say that she sounds weak. All the technology and the effects, all the studio work can't hide the fact that she sounds weak. And I know that it's the style of the times, that all the singers now are whispering, but I don't think this is what they were going for. I think she just can't. And it was a little bit like listening to Britney's Blackout. It feels like a lot of work in the studio. You know, the main star is missing here. And you know, sometimes all those effects, the chorus effect and the compression, vocoder and autotune, allegedly, they are not enough to cover for her absence here. I think that all the spoken parts and all the whispers are telling us that she a little bit aware of the situation, but we just can feel it when we listen to the recordings. And I connected to another thing, which is the overall energy in the album, because personally I feel like a lot of the tracks on the album needed more energy. This is dance music. Dance music speaks in a language that no other music speaks, and it's very energetic and powerful and moving. And to create this feeling, you need to push the right buttons. You need to work your way until you get the energy that we're looking for, you know, the uplifting feeling that this music have. And in many tracks on this album, I feel like this energy is missing, like they walked in the right direction, but they missed the finish line. And again, I only listened to it 2 times, and I know that with Madonna, sometimes after 3 or 4 or even more listens, things clicks. But this is how I feel after the 2 first listens. Also, I know that Madonna is very comfortable with dance music. This is what she's been doing since forever, but I'm not sure how much it fits the times right now. If you're looking on the Billboard chart, I think none of the tracks are EDM dance music tracks. We get a lot of soft pop rock tracks on the charts right now. We get a lot of Taylor Swift, Benson Boone, Samba, all of those guys. And dance music is no longer mainstream. And I think there are many reasons for it. I mean, it's social media, it's maybe some kind of a reaction to AI. And I truly believe that the political situation, the political tension is a huge part of it, because I've been listening to the album, and like you do, I scrolled on my phone and read some news, and it just, you know, you're just not in the mood for this kind of things. You know, on the other hand, we definitely need to get some great dance music, and it's a lot of what I do in my show FOMO. But I'm not sure it was the smartest move for her, especially returning after 7 years of absence. So let's dive in and go track by track and see what we get here. So the first track, the intro, of course, is I Feel So Free. A song that in the moment I heard it, I knew it's an intro. If you remember, we thought it's the first single from the album, but the first time I heard it, I understood, it's only the intro. It's not a typical pop song, it's not the structure of a typical pop song. This song definitely has the vibes of Confessions on a Dance Floor Part 1. I remember when I heard it the first time, I thought, okay, this is definitely going to be a Confessions Part 2. It's very related to what we heard and what we got on Confessions 1. But unfortunately, it's the only song that do that. All the other songs are not related to part 1, and it leaves me with the feeling that they chose to call it Confessions 2 for commercial reasons and not for artistic reasons. This was co-produced with Arca, which is a very, very interesting producer. I really liked her work with Björk on Utopia, and it definitely have a cool sound, but to tell you the truth, for me it's a hard pass. I think that from now on I'm listening to this album from the second track on. I think that as an intro it serves the album well, but it's too long and I don't get anything important out of it. The second track is Good for the Soul, which we heard on the film, the Confessions 2 film.
That it's good for the soul.
And to tell you the truth, I wrote notes about all of the songs on this album, so I'll be able to do this video. And the notes for Good for the Soul are still empty. I don't want to be that guy, and it's not a bad song, okay? It's definitely one of my favorites on this album, but it does have the unfinished vibe that some of the songs on Madame X had. I don't know if it's a budget thing or whatever, but it feels a little bit unfinished for me. And I think that I'm gonna say it a lot about the songs on this album, but I feel like they needed more energy, as I said in the intro, and they missed the finish line. I think that if they have pushed the envelope a little bit more to make it more energetic and to make sure that Madonna sounds better on the track, it could have been an amazing song. And now it's just a fun one. I mean, I'm definitely gonna listen to it, but I feel like something is missing. The next one is One Step Away, and it is one step away, even more steps away.
One step away from your freedom.
It's very monotonic, and I feel like it's not going anywhere. I feel like we wouldn't have missed it if it wasn't there. I'm not getting anything from this song. The next one is Bring Your Love. And if you listen to this month FOMO, which you can find on the link in the description, you will hear my new remix for this song. This one has the deep feeling that a house track can bring, and it has a beautiful tech house sound. It's very deep and it's very clean. I think that the video version is a little bit different, maybe a little bit earlier than the one that we have in the album. But all in all, I like this song. I think that Sabrina fits it well. The smart thing with Sabrina is that she don't compete with Madonna vocally. They both sound well on this track. So it's one of the best tracks on the album. I do think that it also missed something. Maybe a new sound would have made it better. And we're moving to this Danceteria. I know that this is the hit of the album for sure. I know that for many of you this is the favorite one. It's definitely the track with the most life in it. It feels alive and it's very fun. And it's very summer. And it's not my cup of tea. But it's not because the work is not good enough, it's because I like the darker stuff, and this one is very bright, it's very happy, it's very it's very that. So I'm not angry with this one. It reminds me a little bit of Vogue, it reminds me a little bit of Daft Punk, especially on the last part of the song. It has a very cool theme. We definitely love the part on Confessions to film with that song, and hoping for the full video. I really hope that this one will be the biggest hit of the album. I think it could be, and I hope we'll see it on the charts soon. The next one is Read My Lips.
Read my lips.
It was meant, well, it's definitely for the World Cup, since she released a special version for the World Cup album. And it's also meant for the Latin audience. And I must say that the album version is much better than the one we heard from the World Cup's album. It's definitely on brand for Madonna, but again, it misses something. And I think it's the most simple song, especially lyrically, on the album. Everything. Everything is relying heavily on vocoder and autotune, which is again on brand for Madonna, and I love a good autotune sound. It's always had this futuristic and clean and cool sound to a song. Not always, but many times. The production here is a little bit weird. I'm not sure that the bass line, this saw sound, fits well the percussions. It feels like they're just one on top of the other. I do like the arpeggiator there. It sounds very cool. So it's weird, but also something that I'll come back to. The next one is Love Sensation. Again, I'm into the dark stuff, and this is much more happy. It's very summer, it's very Ibiza. It's very afternoon, sunset on a beach, drinking something, and I think it's the most contemporary track on the album. Like, I can definitely hear tracks like that on the UK charts, and I think it's pretty decent track. I think it's one of the best tracks on the album, even though it's not one of my favorites. Love Without Words is an interesting lounge house track. We have two of those on this album together with School. I'm not sure if those songs were supposed to be on this album. Maybe we could have made this album shorter and tighter if we got rid of these tracks. It's also a little bit too long. Many of the songs on this album are a little bit too long. We are used to songs that are 2 minutes because of streaming, which I totally hate. I'm happy that an artist have something to say for, it's only 4 minutes, but at least you have a real structure to a song. But I found myself losing it in a lot of the songs because it was too long. So maybe we didn't need those 2 songs on the album, but it's not bad. I'm pretty sure that I'm going back to those songs, and maybe I'll change my mind. The next one is Bizarre. And I knew from what I heard before that I'm gonna like this one, and I do like this one. This was co-produced with Martin Garrix, which is good for the dance audience, the Tomorrowland audience, but I'm a little bit disappointed, I must say. First of all, because it sounds like 2013 EDM, which is not relevant anymore. Dance music, it's very important. You will know where we already have been and where we are going. And when you repeat something too much, it just feels like you don't know what to do anymore. It just feels dated. It just feels like we've been there. And Bizarre feels a little bit like that. It also has a little bit of Sweet Dreams, Eurythmics And remember the song Who's That Chick by Rihanna and David Guetta? It has the same synth sound to it. But this actually makes sense because what they call recession pop is coming back. So this one is actually on point. But the whole vibe misses energy, and I really love the melody on this one. I really love the chorus with more energy and power to it, and with fresher sound, if we can say fresher, I don't know. I think this could have been amazing. And now it's okay. I mean, I opened my show this month with Bizarre, but I feel like it could have been a masterpiece. Yeah, but it misses the strength and energy that I'm looking for in a track like that. Especially, this is a rave track. This is something that's supposed to be the biggest. The next one is School. And I feel like we already spoke about it, so we can move on to Fragile. And this is where the album's energy shifts. The party is, I don't know if it's over or it's the morning, but from this song on, it's much more relaxed. And this one specifically even said, because it's about Madonna's late brother who passed away recently. And it's very dark, like I like it. The melody is beautiful, just beautiful, but the production is, I'm not happy about it. Again, it feels like Madame X demo vibes. It's just cheesy percussions and some pads. It just feels empty. The song itself is beautiful, but the arrangement supposed to give it life and to make you feel, and it feels unfinished. This could have been the Frozen of the album. I'm sure that Madonna can get an orchestra, some strings, some real strings. That could have been amazing for this song. And then we move on to My Sins Are My Savior. I was very happy to see Stromae on this one. He's a very cool guy. He's on a very beautiful song with Tuvalu right now. This song has this trip-hop production, very erotica vibes, but again, it's very cheesy and it's going nowhere. And I think we could have done better without this one. This one for sure. Like, I don't need it. And I'm sure that many people are gonna like this one because it has this old school 90s vibes to it. And the kids love it, but I feel like we didn't need it. The next one is Betrayal.
Open the dam, let the water crush it.
And we have a special guest here as well. It was co-produced with Mirwais, who has done a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work on music and American life. I really loved those albums a lot because of what he brought to those projects. These songs remind me a little bit of Sting's Fragile, and it has this ray of light together with bedtime story vibes. I felt like the lyrics were amazing here. It's about, as I understand, her late stepmother, and it felt personal and deep, like some of the songs on Madame X and American Life. But all in all, it had the same problem as some of the other songs here, and I'm not into it, to be honest. I'm not into it. And then we have The Test, featuring her daughter Lourdes, or as she calls herself, Lola Leon.
I know they try to put us to the test.
It literally starts with the lyrics Little Star,
Little star,
which is an iconic song from the album Ray of Light about Lourdes when she just had her.
never forget who you are, little star.
And it's amazing that they made it together, and Lola gives a strong Lily Allen vibes. I also feel like it's very Lola, it's very what she released lately, So it's nice to see how they both are fitting on this track, but it's another skip for me. I didn't feel it. I really didn't feel it. And the last one is LES Girl, Lower East Side Girl.
Lower East Side Girl.
It's the most natural that she sounds on this album. It's very indie pop ballad, and I don't hate it. I think it's interesting, and it's an interesting outro for this album. It's actually pretty good. I think that it adds something to the album that we don't have on the other tracks. It's a new spice, and I don't hate it at all. So all in all, maybe my expectations were too high. It's definitely not a bad album, because many of the songs will make their way to my playlist and I will be listening to it. It's just not the masterpiece that I was waiting for, especially after the amazing promo tour that they made. And also, many times after listening to the album again and again, it clicks. You start to understand more. And maybe I have to release my expectations and just let it be what it is and enjoy it. So it's interesting to see what my relationship with this album will be in the future. For now, not her best work, definitely not Confessions 1, but still a fun album, definitely one of the best albums that we heard in 2026. But to end on a positive note, I'll just say that the 3 best songs on the album, I believe, are Danceteria, Love Sensation, and LES Girl. And my personal favorites so far are Good for the Soul, Bizarre, and Fragile. And let me know in the comments what you think about what I said about the album, if you agree, if you disagree. And follow this channel. I hope you're not too mad at me. I'm just bringing my truths as it is. I think that this is what true discussion about art and music and pop music is supposed to be like. Of course, I hope I was respectful, but I have to be honest. Yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.